Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Scope. And now, here are your hosts, Jared, Adam, and Shane.
Hey everybody, it's The Scope. I almost forgot to jump in, Jared. It's been so long.
I know. It's been, 3 months plus since we've done a regular studio episode?
I know. 238 has been just gestating for a long, long time.
We've had the smattering of reviews, though significantly fewer reviews this summer than we normally do, and I'm sure we'll talk about that in our next episode.
In our next episode, our summer wrap-up, Adam.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, we usually take the summer off. It just felt like this one may have been a longer summer hiatus.
I think it's okay, though. I think we're kind of working, what are we calling this? Our fall season premiere?
Yeah, our fall season premiere. You know, I mean, Ellen takes time off during the summer. I
She's
mean,
a lot of
that's all you
she's
talk
gotta.
about.
Yeah.
So I don't feel too bad
Judge
about
Judy
it.
takes her time off.
And we've been talking about ways to sort of switch up the show.
Judge Joe Brown, Jared.
Yeah. All the judges take summers off because nobody commits crimes.
That's right.
Or defrauds their landlord.
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold takes many summers off. Steve Harvey, Jared. Steve Harvey.
He may take a break, but that mustache never does.
Playa. All right, playa.
See, I have way
Top 5 answers on the board, playa.
more. Then he gives that disapproving look when somebody makes a weird comment.
I'm so glad there's no video.
Can I
capture me actually laughing at your terrible.
It's terrible, but can I tell you something? I have caught drips and drabs, bits and pieces of Steve Harvey on Family Feud.
Drips and drabs.
And he's not bad. He's not bad. And he's made better because Keenan does such a great imitation of him on Saturday Night Live.
He's a bad person.
Is he a bad person?
Of course.
They're all bad people.
Well, I wouldn't say they are all bad people. Jeez.
I'm talking about famous people.
I thought you were talking exclusively about hosts of the Family Feud.
Yeah. Richard Dawson.
I mean, only one of them murdered himself, so.
What's his name? Remember?
Larry King?
Wrong.
Oh.
Jared, your guess?
I don't know.
I think it's Ray Combs.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing that because when I asked you, I didn't remember, but then as soon as I asked you, popped right back in.
Nice job.
Steel trap. Are we talking about summer, or are we breaking down the history of the Family
We're
Feud?
doing what we do every dumb episode.
We totally sidetracked in the first 5 seconds of the show.
It's great. It's perfect. It's who we are.
We love it. Adam, did you? I mean, I talk to Jared all the time. I see him all the time.
Yeah, you choose not to talk to me.
But what about you?
Hi.
How was your summer? Did you do anything?
Isn't this next episode?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we will cover our summer, but I'm just curious. What have you done? Any big house projects? Anything at work that I need to know about?
No, pretty laid back. I took the summer off from school.
Okay.
So started that back up this week.
How's it feel getting back into the groove?
That's fine. Whatever. I don't really want to go to school anymore.
What are you learning?
Not much so far.
Oh.
It's school.
Are you working towards a major or a
Yeah, it's
master's
like a general.
Is your goal just to accrue
technology.
some education debt?
No, it's mostly my company reimburses.
Nice.
Up to whatever the normal taxable amount is, so it's free, and then Mandy gets a discount through her work.
Boy, double hammer time, Jared.
So it's free. I don't think I'd be doing it otherwise. No, it's just like in case I ever need a job, and I don't want to get pre-screened for not having a degree, because I didn't go to college.
That's smart.
He did not go to college, Jared.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
smart.
doing it now. And then last summer we did the whole kitchen, so no more house projects.
For a long, long time.
Just forever.
Forever.
We would love to see your kitchen sometime, just to let you know.
All right, you've been invited over. You chose not
Have
to come.
we?
Yep.
I'm not interested, honestly.
Jared,
For the record,
Jared's actually out.
I don't care about
Jared
houses.
is out. Adam, quick question.
Yeah.
What was the last X-Wing miniature that you
Ooh.
purchased? Because we all know, we learned in our last show about 3 years ago that Adam was into this new thing called X-Ming.
The last one I bought.
I keep saying X-Ming.
X-Men.
X-Ming. I want to say X-Men, but I know it's X-Wing.
It's the Chinese ripoff. X-Ming.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
It's a great question. Star Wars Rebels, perhaps?
The Ghost, I bought sometime at the beginning of the summer when it came out.
Mhm.
I guess it came out in the spring. But yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll go with it.
Wave 9 comes
There's
out.
no way of proving if you're right or not.
On September 22nd.
Do you have Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter?
Yep, that comes in the core set.
Okay,
Yeah, come
that
on,
is part of it.
Um,
I didn't know.
but there's a new Poe Dameron and an
With the blue one?
that's the one that's in the core. But this one is they're releasing a pack with the newer Millennium Falcon.
Oh, with the new radar dish.
Yeah. And
with leg-breaking door action.
Oh, dangerous. Is that one of its special moves?
yes,
Nice.
there's an upgrade card. It's 2 points.
Nearly kills Han Solo on every roll of 16 or less.
There's no dice. There's no numerical dice in this game.
So stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, a new Poe Dameron comes with that. So
And he's an ace pilot.
he's
a crack
He's
shot.
a pilot skill 9.
Pilot skill 9, Jared.
Did you play in any X-Wing tournaments this summer?
Many.
Many.
Well, so there's like
Many?
There's weekly tournaments.
Oh.
I played one last night.
Yeah. Is there a cash prize?
At Fantasy Flight Game Center in Roseville. They're the people that make the game. They do Saturday night, every Saturday at 8:00. There is a tournament, and that one is a cash game.
I like how you say tournament.
I know.
It's serious.
As an East Coast
He doesn't
thing?
say,
It's an East
sorry, he doesn't
Coast
say
thing, yes.
tournament. It's torn.
Yeah, it's
Tournament.
like people say coupon or coupon.
Haven't we had this discussion?
I don't know.
I'm not on the word tournament.
Not on tournament.
When a band is going around the world, what do you call that?
A tour.
Touring?
A tour?
Tour?
Tour.
A tour. Going on a tour. I'm going on a tour,
We're going
guys.
on a tear.
Yeah, you call it a tour.
Yeah.
So it's a tournament.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
just-
Oh, you
it's
agree,
regional
I'm right.
differences.
It's also
Yeah.
called soda, not pop, right? You agree.
I completely agree with that.
And I don't call it pop either.
And then what's it called when someone's like diagonal across the street from you?
Kitty corner.
Ooh, Kitty. I have to say kitty corner.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
some people say,
so you're not Camp Caddy Corner.
caddy corner.
Who are these
Caddy
people?
corner.
What the
I've
heck?
never heard
If
that.
you're one of these caddy corner pieces, please email us at comments@thescopeshow.com.
And what if you stand in line? You're either standing in line or queued up.
Yeah, standing in line. No, you're British, I think, if you say queued up.
What do
right?
they say? No, it's standing in line or standing online. Online is an East Coast
Well,
thing.
no, online is the internet, so not.
But whenever I hear East Coast people talking about standing in a line, they always say, "I'm standing on line for tickets."
So
or
wait,
something
if
like
I'm
that.
if I'm on the East Coast and I'm writing some CSS and I want to display something inline, do I have to type it online?
Well, are
when
you-
I'm on the East Coast,
now
are
we're
you-
just getting things confused.
Are you online while you're doing this?
I am
Like, are you-
online.
Yeah,
Typically,
see,
I'm
it's hard-
online.
It's hard to tell.
This is tough. This is the semantics we need to worry about in
Wow.
life.
And it's like we haven't missed a beat, guys. Listen to this show.
So anyway, there is
A+ show.
I am going to be at Worlds. That's
Ooh.
not until November.
Is that local?
X-Wing Worlds,
Yeah,
like it's a world championship type thing.
Yes.
Wow.
He'll be on Coruscant.
Yeah.
He's actually leaving the planet.
I role play whenever I play this game, so I have to imagine I'm Bosk right now and I'm hunting Chewbacca.
Excellent.
So yes, that's in November.
3 fingers.
Did you get caught up in the Pokemon Go craze like Shane and I did?
For a weekend, and then I was like, I kept seeing adults walk around with battery packs attached to their iPhones, and I was like, I'm not gonna.
I equated them as this generation's wallet chain.
Yeah, I could see that because people would just keep it in their wallets. No, Mandy would laugh too hard when we were on walks.
And you said, "My woman will not mock me.
Right,
I will not behave in a way that allows her to mock me."
exactly.
Now all I can do is look at Jared's Pikachu tape measure over there.
That's really funny that since we have recorded an
I thought-
episode,
I
the
thought that-
entire Pokemon Go craze happened, and then I'm sure some people are still into it.
A
but
lot
it
of people are
is
still
There's a
not
brand
the
new
same.
update hit it today with the buddy system coming out.
It's not the level that it was.
No.
No.
when it
But
first
still,
came out.
it's quite popular.
I'm one of maybe I might be the only person at work who's still playing it. And when it launched, more than half the office was playing. So
Wow.
just my department.
I didn't even start playing. My wife started playing
Hmm.
because she works at a place that's very easily accessible to all sorts of stuff. And I got into it. Now she's it's faded with her. And
Well, I mean,
Jared and I
I
are still
imagine there were a
playing it.
lot of gyms downtown. No?
yeah, there are, but you still have to. I mean, you have to get to them.
I'm after my daily Volt Orbs right now, so
That's what I got.
I still can't get a Machop. I've tried again last night. Nothing.
Wow.
Shane. Nothing.
So that's how Jared and I spent our summer playing,
Playing Pokemon Go. Going to convergence.
We'll get into that next week
yeah,
as
Going
well.
to the
but
Holocaust Museum, and
that's all we do.
Mm.
Yeah, catching stray Charmanders at every turn. So Jared, we've went through Adam. He's got some X-Mings.
X-Ming. Yes.
He's back in school, not liking it.
I don't not like it. It's just I'd rather be doing anything else.
Practicing X-Wing strategies.
Sure.
Jared, what
As you
about
would.
you?
Yeah.
Any summer things that we need to talk about to catch up on?
Summer things. I mean, you and I spent some time together.
Mhm.
Our usual stuff. We went to Convergence.
We did, and you can
Did a
hear
couple
those
episodes
shows.
from there. What else did I do? I mean, the big thing for me is I bought a new car.
Did you hear about that, Adam?
No.
New car from Jared.
I was all over Facebook.
Congratulations.
Talk
It was all over Richfield. It made the Richfield Sun Current front page.
No. I had been interested in getting a new car. Like last year, I said after winter, I'm getting a new car. Tired of this one I have, and I just never really. It was a couple months of me going, I don't know what I want. I couldn't like narrow it down to the model I wanted.
Did you know like the type of vehicle you wanted? Like
I kind of knew what I was looking for. I wanted a modern vehicle. I was, hopeful. I wanted, my phone to integrate with it very well. Stuff like that. I was looking for a compact sedan. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. But then the Wirecutter updated their leaderboard for top cars and the various classes, and suddenly the 2016 Honda Civic appeared at the top.
Boom.
Of their compact
Skyrocketing.
sedan
Never
list.
heard of it.
Never heard of a Honda Civic. This is the brand new 10th generation, as I've since learned. Completely refreshed in 2016, and it just takes pretty much all my boxes. So
That doesn't mean they've only made 10 years of worth of that
no,
car.
10th generation. So the
10.
different models since its inception. I think it's been around for like 40 years. So
So you bought one?
I bought one.
Do you love it?
I do.
Does it have like the technology that you liked inside
Absolutely.
of it? Like Bluetooth?
It's got CarPlay. It's got Apple CarPlay
What?
and Android Auto.
Was that one of your requirements? It had
It
to
was
have
not a
those?
requirement. I did not even know you could get it in this price range.
It's a special bonus.
But
Wow.
it is one of the cheapest cars that you can get that has Apple CarPlay.
Honda not known for their keeping up with the technologies.
From my understanding, they've had a lot of competition from Hyundai.
yeah, because the name is similar.
Pushing
Yeah. So close.
pushing a lot of features into the lower
Nice.
classes of vehicles, and so Honda's had to respond, and
They
we
have.
get CarPlay and Android Auto. And it's been, once I figured out that my podcast app of choice, Overcast, has a really buggy CarPlay implementation, and I figured out how to make it work for me, it's been flawless.
How do
And
you
that's
feel
how we're going to
about
spend the show, how he got his podcasting app to work.
No.
how do you feel about the announcement yesterday?
What was the announcement?
Oh, that they're going ad supported. You
Overcast?
probably,
Yeah.
You
Oh,
probably
for-
bought
for
the
Overcast.
thing forever ago. right?
No, it's fine. I've updated, and it's
You love
one
Marco?
ad at the top of the list, and it
Yeah.
scrolls away. It's not a big deal, and I like dark mode, so I'll take it. And I don't think the ads will show up in my car, which is where I do most of my overcasting anyway. So that's fine.
Listen to this guy.
Sometimes you gotta go ad supported. I read the whole article, and his reasoning was completely sound. So
Not everyone agrees with you.
well,
It turns
of course.
The internet's mad about things, Adam.
Yes,
all
the
the
time.
time.
I find that I'm very much more even keeled and rational than most of the internet.
I doubt it.
That is the typical internet response.
That's your. You have to mansplain why he's wrong to
Exactly.
be rational.
Mansplain your way out of this one, Jared.
So anyway, TLDR, this is the first car that I've bought that I truly love.
Wow.
I love the car. Other
Wait.
cars I've bought have just been like, I need a car.
Yeah.
This will
Utilitarian.
work, and it's a good price. Let's do that.
Does it drive itself yet? Does it have that? in
It doesn't. If they have a sensing package you can get for an extra $1,000, I didn't get it just because I don't do a lot of long trips.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really drive itself, but it does do lane keeping assistant, and it has adaptive cruise control, so it will slow down and stuff like that. So I've watched a video of someone demonstrating it, and the car, he got off the interstate and it pulled itself to a complete stop at the stoplight because there was a car in front.
Crazy.
He was not on the brake at all.
we
So-
will have self-driving cars in our lifetime.
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
We will have wireless everything in our lifetime.
But not wireless self-driving cars. They're
That's-
still gonna be
We will
plugged in.
definitely
It's
have
weird.
high-end wireless headphones on. I'm sure we'll talk about that in the next block.
That's a rub. So I don't have a lot of great things to share about this summer because my summer was fairly by the book, guys. I went on my vacation. I hung out with Jared, saw some movies. The big thing is my kid is now in middle school, so we've been sort of preparing for that.
It's like a grown-up. So she's getting her bat mitzvah then, if it
She
goes
is.
by the way that I
Yeah.
grew up.
She's getting her pseudo bat mitzvah. We don't even really know what that is, but she's getting it.
Week 1 is in the books. Anything traumatic happen?
Nothing
Everything good?
traumatic. I think her parents, and I'm one of them.
Oh, wait. So
So you know her parents.
is she in normal school or is she still in like cool? What's it called? Spanish.
So she
immersion
is
school?
in the regular middle school, but there are 2 classes that she will be taking. One is a Spanish class, and then one is like a language arts class that will be taught all in Spanish.
Okay.
That kids that were not in her dual language school will not have that. So,
Cool.
so
So
yeah,
a lot of the kids she was in class there with
she will
are
share.
in the
Yep.
same.
Yeah, it's interesting because the school that she's going to is 3 floors, and it's 6th, 7th, and 8th. So the 6th graders tend to stay on that top floor. and they'll go to the bottom floors to eat and gym, but they kind of keep them separated.
Well, it's to not have
like the offspring,
nonstop swirlies.
Exactly,
Makes sense.
swirly city. Yeah, we had a long conversation today at her soccer game. I was talking to one of her friends' dad, and we were talking about the hierarchy of genes in our lifetime when we were in middle school, about how it was always Levi's red tag. That was the top of the chart. And this is like, it was probably at that time would be Guess jeans, then Levi's red tag. The next step down would be
Levi's red tag weren't a thing for our...
Levi's orange tags, which were not good.
Don't even know what you're
And
talking
then
about.
Lee jeans were the bottom of the bottom of. They were garbage. Yeah. Like
there was a thing for just like Levi's 501s.
501s were always red tag.
They were red. So we didn't consider them a red tag thing. It was always like, Guess jeans, Levi's 501s were
501s, that was it. But then there was like the Levi's
button fly
5 or 426s were the orange and black tags. And kids used to call them F tags, but you take the T from tag and you put an F there, and that's what they were called, Adam.
Yeah.
And you never wanted to have that.
See, for us,
never wanted to have that back then.
For us, the F tag was like the little loop on the back of your shirt. You had like a little loop back there, just like a little design detail.
But like all the Gap,
a design detail.
Gap polo shirts always had those. Yeah, what do you had? You tear them off?
I don't know. People would just like grab them and stuff like that.
Yeah, just yank on it.
Right. Or if you were a girl, they'd snap your bra strap. It was like, how did anyone ever get away with that? It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Boys will be boys. Fine.
Right.
So luckily, there, at least in 6th grade right now, no hierarchy of genes.
Good.
And I'm very happy with that.
Well, 1 week in, just another week.
I'm just waiting for the bullying train to pull into the station because kids are evil.
Do they have like weird things like girls aren't allowed to wear yoga pants or stretch pants and stuff like that?
They have clothing issues. And by the way, I mean, my kid has never had to worry about clothes to wear because she always wore uniforms. So we had to go school clothes shopping for the first time. We're like, well, how much do we buy? What do we get? We don't really know, So, but yeah, in the guidebook, there's very specific things, and it's crazy when you see it. Like no cleavage. We're thinking 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. That is something they specifically have to tell kids. No mini skirts, stuff like that. It's just to have those rules, somebody had to break them, I guess,
right,
at some point. So it's daunting. And the fact that I have a girl and not a boy who is not going to be showing cleavage, at least anytime soon or ever, hopefully, it's that stuff's coming quickly, and it's not.
Can boys wear mini
fun.
skirts, or is it just girls?
It's a good question. Jared. I think it's probably blanket. It's a blanket statement.
Okay, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
So, yeah, we're not too far into it, Adam. No traumas. We worried so much about how she's going to get to school and get back, and it's been...
You just make her walk.
We'd make her walk,
That's fine.
It's easy.
Whatever.
I mean...
I had to walk. I walk to school all the time.
It's funny.
Uphill both ways.
It's funny, in Richfield, you have a 2-mile... it's literally a straight line from the school to your house. If you live within 2 miles, you have to walk, which is a long walk, actually. I mean, and it actually takes up a good chunk of Richfield. It's not a huge suburb. So our street... Like when we saw the busing schedule and the map, our street is on the line. I mean, if you lived on one side of the street, you're outside of it. If you live on our street, you're on the inside of it.
Really?
But for whatever reason, boo to that. I'm giving thumbs down to the camera that's not running right now.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Luckily,
kids do. Kids are literally the ones that have time for that.
They do. We got a postcard from the transportation company saying we are good to go, so it has not been a problem.
Huzzah!
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 So, hey, let's wrap up this summer conversation because we have one thing to talk about before we actually get into the show in which we talk about things.
All right.
Football season starts.
30-minute episodes.
Has started. It is this weekend. And the long-suffering plight of the Vikings continues.
It's tough being a Vikings fan out there, right, Dan Taylor?
A freak knee explosion, because that's what it was, Adam.
I know.
A knee explosion of...
Can we shorten that to just a knee-splosion?
Knee-splosion. Let me write that down. Let's trademark that one.
Yes.
Teddy Bridgewater goes down in a freak accident, Adam. Are the Vikings a cursed team, or is it...
No.
Does this happen to everybody?
It happens to everybody.
Do you agree with that, Jared?
I believe that the Vikings are cursed. It's the
He
only
does.
way to explain our lack of maintaining a starting quarterback over the long term.
It just does not seem to work out for this team. So the Vikings went out and got who, Jared?
Sam Bradford,
From whom,
the
Jared?
Philadelphia Eagles.
For what, Jared?
Too
much.
First-round pick next year, and the other pick is conditional. I think it's initially a fourth, and I think if they win the NFC, it's a third, and if they win the Super Bowl, it's a second.
And I would take it. If we got that to a second,
Sure,
I would
sure.
take that in a heartbeat.
You're not going to.
Some Vegas odds makers have not changed the Vikings' chances of winning the Super Bowl. I think they were 20-1.
Some have put them in the toilet.
Some have put them in the toilet. Adam, where do you put them?
They have less of a chance
Yeah.
with Sam Bradford.
Maybe.
He's not like, I wouldn't say he's terrible. I would say the trade was bad, given the value of a first and a fourth or higher pick.
But they didn't have a choice.
But
I
if
mean,
it
either
could-
if you don't, you are saying we give up on our season. 'Cause
Now, if they do
Sean
really
Hill's not
well-
going to be your quarterback all
If they do
season.
really well, it's a late
Yeah.
first-round pick. So it's almost like a high second-round pick.
it's quite an if.
It's quite an if.
Yeah.
I know. But it's a run-first team and with a strong defense, so
Right. Now it's a run-only team with a strong
I don't
defense.
know about that. I mean, there's going to be some passing, sir.
I know.
It's going to be some passing.
Vikings were not a terribly strong passing team last year. You had Teddy Bridgewater, who made the short throws that he needed to make.
Right. But they're also the team that passed the I mean,
Yeah.
it was like the sample size almost doesn't work.
Sure, but
because-
if you can repeat that pattern
Mhm.
again this year,
Mhm.
you could have some success. I think that you had a Green Bay Packer team that took a step backwards, obviously.
Well, they're also missing
and missing Jordy Nelson.
Yeah.
So I think that no matter what happened this year, Vikings and Packers were going to be fighting very hard. It was not going to be a runaway for the NFC North.
Right.
But, if Bradford can come in and manage the game effectively, which he has not really proven over the length of his career to do. He had some success late last season.
Mhm.
Maybe they can be in the wild card hunt, but it could be a colossal cluster F2, and they could be
Sure.
they
I
could
mean-
be third or fourth in division.
Or they could win it all in dramatic fashion.
You just never know.
Could be
Yeah,
the
never
renaissance
know.
of
They've got a
Sam
great-
Bradford, former first-round pick.
They've got a great coach, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, and you know this, with your Washington football team, you've got to have a quarterback that can make plays.
Eh.
If you don't, chances are you're not going
Baltimore
far.
Ravens, 2001 Baltimore, 2000 Baltimore.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to go back that far, right?
Speaking of Adams, Washington, that we have the return of the Scoper Bowl.
Adams, Washington.
Washington Football Squad, because
Yeah.
we won't say their name. We have a return of the Scoper Bowl. This is happening in Week 10 this year, and it's away. Are we making a road trip to? Where do they play?
That's a big.
Raljan, Maryland.
That's the big
Great.
news, Jared.
Let's go there.
Adam, I hope you don't mind that I'm speaking for you. Adam has proposed that
Yeah.
he buys our plane tickets, our
Really?
lodging, and our tickets for the Scoper Bowl.
This is fantastic. That he's all that education money that he's not using because he gets it for free.
Mhm.
He's throwing it
Yes,
at us to
you
go to
guys
the
do.
Super Bowl.
We're doing this.
November 13th. I can fit it in.
You give me those plane tickets and I'm there.
Can you imagine how that'll be such a great week? We'll be in DC. It'll be cold and miserable.
Yep.
Trump will just have been elected president.
Ooh.
Both of
No
our
way.
teams have won 3 games, and we want to jump off a bridge.
And a sense of permanent darkness has descended on
Yes.
the land.
Adam, speaking of darkness, how poorly are the Redskins going to do this year, or is their division wide open? It's wide open, right? I mean,
it's
anybody could win that.
completely wide open.
NFC
I mean, they
East.
shipped off one of their starting quarterbacks. Who knows what those Eagles are going to do?
I mean, the Cowboys are a team that's smacked around with karma and hubris all the time.
Right. I mean, I would say the Cowboys losing Tony Romo until week, who knows, 6 to 10, nobody knows, I guess, is not good, no matter how good their backup was in the
Yeah.
preseason, or his backup.
What if their backup just lights it up and Tony Romo's finished as
Romo will be
starting
out.
quarterback?
If their backup does great, Romo will be gone at the end of the season if they can get rid of him contractually, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
He's way too delicate of a flower to. He gets hurt all the time.
He fractured his collarbone twice last season.
yeah. I mean, also he choked in the playoffs. I think that's
He's
the
had
real
that
reason.
issue.
Yeah. The Giants underperformed last year. They spent the most in free agency this year. So
New head coach.
Yep, they
It's a
they
new
can
look
certainly do
Giants,
it.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I would say as of today, I would guess that the Redskins and the Giants would be the top 2 teams in the division, based on theoretically the Redskins doing as well as they did last year.
There he is with the R word again.
Said it again.
I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone.
The Washington R's.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'll say it. I agree it's a bad name. So whatever. I can't do anything personally.
It's
to
not
change
like
it.
the 15 people listening to our show we're legitimizing it to them, Jared.
But send your hate
It's
mail.
now 14 because of that.
Oh, we were losing because of the R word.
Yeah. You can send your hate mail to Dan Snyder, not to me. I don't really care.
Dan Snyder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They did really well the second half of last year.
Yeah.
And that's when they finally just said, "Hey, Kirk Cousins, throw the ball." I guess
Throw
'cause we
that
can't
ball.
run the ball, and it went really well. So you would imagine they would keep doing that. Alfred Morris left, so they don't have anyone to run the ball. So just double down on it. It's
Yep.
worked so well for the Lions over time, right? So
Right.
Where did Morris end up going?
to the Cowboys.
Oh boy, that's a tough one.
Who
tough one to
drafted Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah, I mean he's a backup.
Yeah.
there. I mean that's the reason they let him go. But also the contract he signed was like $1.3 million. Like for a decent running back, like it's weird that they let him go. But whatever, it is. What
It's a
it is.
decision you got to make.
Well, they don't have Darren McFadden because he's injured. So
Right.
I tell you, if
It's weird. It's weird. Darren McFadden being injured.
So imagine that.
Never happens.
As someone who's had him on his fantasy
Blowing
team
up
in
my
the past.
fantasy team every year. Yeah.
another fancy boy. I tell you, I would rather have my team in the NFC East than the NFC North.
Oh yeah.
Unless my team was the Green Bay Packers.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's no perennial powerhouse. There's no kind of like assumed to be the pick, and then there's no like the Bears. The Bears probably aren't gonna be good, but like you never know, and they're not terrible.
Every once in a while, the Bears rip off a good season.
And the Lions finished last year 6-2. Like they Jim Bob Cooter. I mean,
Jim Bob Cooter.
Yeah,
That's a real person?
that's their offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter.
That sounds like a Dukes of Hazzard
Of
character.
course it does. That's why it's awesome, and everyone should cheer for the Lions because their offensive coordinator is named Jim Bob Cooter.
There we go.
That's not real. That can't
Look
be
it
real.
up. Jim Bob Cooter. It's spelled just like you would hope it is.
Done.
J-I-M.
That's
So-
how you spell Jim. Okay.
Yeah.
Not G-Y-M.
Right.
GYM.
As
Not
in
like-
Jim Tan Laundry?
Right.
Quick question: how many games is your team going to win this year, Adam?
They won 9 last year, so I'll say they win 9 again.
Jared, how many games the Vikings going to win
I'm
this
going to
year?
be way more confident than you, and I'm going to go 10-6.
It's not bad. I still feel like the Vikings are a 7-9, 8-8 team this year, based on what we know. But it is all speculation. You don't know till they start playing. Vikings do have a tricky schedule this year. I mean, they've got some.
What divisions are they playing?
I just had the schedule up, and I
Are they?
closed it.
Well, they're playing the East. At least some teams in the East, right? Because we got Redskins.
Well, that's because they both
it the
finished. They both finished first in their.
Okay, and the Vikings play Carolina, correct?
Week 3, yes.
Week 3.
But again, that's because they both finished first.
So you've got Carolina, Redskins. You've got
Giants.
Packers twice.
Eagles.
Okay, so they're playing
Cardinals.
the East.
Yeah.
Jaguars. Colts.
So at least they're playing the South, the AFC South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With their new good luck charm of the stadium, we'll see how many knees explode.
Well, it didn't happen at the stadium.
But it doesn't matter. The stadium just shoots out Mega Karma.
Have you
from
guys
all-
been to the new stadium?
It's a mega car.
I've never been.
No, Jared,
Nope.
have you been? Okay.
Not yet.
Are you going to try to go to a game this year?
Probably not.
Okay.
I think it'll be too
very
expensive.
Too expensive.
yeah. I went for a soccer match
Yes.
on my birthday. It's cool. It's a very cool stadium.
It looks great on TV.
What's it called? Where you like walk and there's like food on the left and the right. What's that? Concourse. There we go.
Concourse. Yeah.
Open air. kind of.
Too small.
I'm
already
utterly
it's too small.
I'm utterly shocked that would be too small.
So compare it to
TCF
Target
Field.
No, Target Field.
Okay.
Target Field. I've never once felt like congested.
Yeah. Except maybe
Well,
when
it's 'cause there's
everyone is
6,000
leaving.
people there.
Leaving.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's a lot less people.
This was not during halftime. This was just like, I don't know, 20 minutes before halftime. There were parts where like you were just stopped for 30 seconds waiting for lines. I don't know what was happening. And that was the entire way around.
That would be aggravating as hell.
I'm shocked.
Like it should have been twice as wide.
Like Minnesotans are fat.
There we go.
Double it up.
Minnesotans are fat, y'all.
It was designed by an LA firm. That's what I'm saying.
They don't know.
They don't know.
It's probably all sushi and bottled water in all those places.
Well, do
to
you
eat.
remember when the Rosedale AMC opened and it was an open air ticket thing?
I don't know what that means.
Like it wasn't inside where the ticket
Oh yeah, like
sales
yeah,
thing
like you had to
was
stand
happening.
outside in
It
the
was
olden days.
outside. But it's because they designed it after a San Diego AMC,
Because we loved it so much.
and then they immediately enclosed it the next spring.
yeah, people are like, it is 40 below right now. We've got to change our tune. Right.
We don't go to the movies when it's nice. We go when it's terrible.
Exactly.
Well, we do go when it's nice because summer's big for movies. Anyway,
Well, thank you for the football talk, guys. Thanks for the summer talk. Let's talk about what we're going to be talking about
All right.
after the break. Of course, it's Adam's news. Adam said, you may want to talk about the best and worst things of summer media, summer entertainment. But no, I want to do my news first, and then you can deal with that stuff in the next episodes.
what a prima donna.
So
Very neat.
prima donna Adam and his X-Mings, that's what we're talking about. So it's good to be back, Jared, Adam. Let's keep it going with more of episode 238 of Your Scope program right after this.
There's a new bit I forgot to tell you guys I was going to do. This is the live Patreon plug.
Oh.
Hey, you guys want to support the show? Consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/thescopeshow, where you can pledge as little as $1 an episode, and you can set a monthly cap, and you can cancel anytime. Patreon it helps people like you help creators like us, and you can support the show directly. That means we can keep doing the show for you. So make sure you go and visit patreon.com/thescopeshow for more information.
Under the scope.
Yes, indeed, it is Under the Scope. And what are we doing under the scope, Jared?
News?
Correct. Oh, I got Adam adjusting his microphone to optimum news talking level.
I don't want it to fall. I feel like it's gonna fall. Remember, this is the one that trolls me all the time.
I think it's fine.
What if it fell on your iPhone? That piece of crap.
Garbage phone.
Garbage
Is there
phone,
something
Adam.
to replace it?
Hey guys,
Hi.
Hey.
this past Tuesday,
Yes.
Yes.
a technology/media company shocked the world.
Pretty sure it was Wednesday, but go ahead.
Shit. It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Jared has scooped your story.
Shocked the world.
Shocked the world.
By-
Like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage teaming up in 1987 for WrestleMania 4.
Yeah, the superpowers. And then breaking up. And what caused them to break up?
A woman running wild.
Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth is like the iPod Mini.
Wasn't Peter Thiel suing Gawker?
Yeah, so a company shocked the world by introducing
Yes.
the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Oh!
Misdirection.
Yep, Sony introduced two new console lines, updates, whatever we want to call them, this past Wednesday. The headline one is the PlayStation 4 Pro. It's meant for professionals.
For who is that for?
Professionals.
Professional what?
Professionals.
Just professionals. If you don't-
Professional.
if you're a professional,
You should be. This is the one you should be buying.
this is it. Gotcha. Are we professionals? In any
Are
sense?
you going to spend $399 for a brand new PlayStation 4 Pro?
No.
No.
Then you're not a professional.
Okay.
I mean, I'm getting the HDR update for free. Right?
What is that? When we get to that, explain what that means to me, because I didn't know what that meant.
I don't know either. Hey, Shane, real quick. I forgot to talk about what we did this summer. It was this.
Oh, yes, the air horn.
The air horn.
Go
app?
ahead.
That was
trolling
our
people?
convergence right there. That was our convergence.
It's a lot of fun.
It was.
So yeah, they introduced the PlayStation 4 Pro, which we'll talk about in a second. They also introduced the updated PS4 Slim, which is slimmer.
Is it?
Than
Can
the
I snap
normal-
into it?
You
Or is
can't
that just the Slim Jim?
That's only specifically a Slim Jim. I mean, okay, hold on. You can certainly snap into other Slim products. I don't want to say you can't. They're maybe not designed for snapping into.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Designed for snapping into.
So the
How many things are designed to be snapping into, by the way? Like 6 things on the planet.
Well, no, I mean snaps.
So if you have a snap, those are designed to be snapped into.
Slap bracelets?
Slap. No, those are for slapping.
Slapping
not
is
snapping.
slap into it. You don't snap.
Slapping versus snapping into.
It's a difference.
I mean,
know.
like snaps on jeans and snaps on fingers. You're right. It probably is about 6.
And meat sticks, but only of a certain variety.
Right. Yeah. The other ones don't snap. They just kind of like, you know.
Oh, yeah, they just bend in your mouth. Oh, yeah.
Okay, the Slim. It'll be available September 15th.
Yes.
It will cost $299,
Yes.
and it's effectively just replacing the old PlayStation.
Have they taken stuff out of it for cost-saving measures? Is there anything? Because usually that's what happens, like
maybe? I don't know. My
Yeah,
story doesn't
Are
say.
there fewer user serviceable parts?
Well, there
it's
weren't.
it's 2 layers instead of 3 layers.
right.
Like the
There's
Pro.
only 2 steps. Yeah.
Oh.
This one is sort of like a Whopper, and then the Pro is like the Big Mac because it's got 3 bun.
That's a good way.
It's got 3 bun,
Yeah.
$3. Got it.
or maybe it's like a quarter pounder and a Big Mac.
Anyway, yeah. So the big story is the PlayStation 4 Pro.
What do we get for the Pro?
Well, it's $100 more.
Mhm.
You get to wait until November 10th
You've
for it
got
to come out.
in a level. You got an extra level. It's taller.
It'll have a 4K resolution, not for games, because games won't be 4K. And it won't do 4K Blu-ray.
Wait, so
I don't
what
understand that.
What am I 4K'ing?
I guess if you get Netflix.
Ooh,
okay.
get it, Jared.
So you're saying that this is a $400 4K Netflix device?
Sure.
Games? They're not going to upgrade games? I thought games could be like support the higher resolution, but
Adam's
still,
getting to
but
it.
still had to support the low one.
He's getting to it.
well, he's making me angry.
It'll have high dynamic range imaging for more vibrant colors.
Do you want us to explain that now, Shane?
Yes.
It has
Whenever
more
I do
colors.
this, explain it.
It has better colors.
Gotcha.
So, dynamic range refers to the difference between the darkest and the lightest image
very
that you can
racist.
have.
Right.
And traditional video in a traditional color space has a very limited. I'm doing this like the camera can see me, but we're not doing video this episode. There's a certain range between black and white, right? High dynamic range expands that, and it gives you more capability of rendering things. And what you do in real life, what you'd see is like where you sometimes have to make a trade-off between exposing for people in a space or exposing for the sun,
Mm-hmm.
because normal color space can't handle that full range of brightness.
Right.
HDR will let you be able to kind of expose for people and sunlight, like, and
At
not
the
make it blown out or too dark.
Gotcha. I think I
And
understand.
it existed in photography for a while. Like your phone can probably shoot HDR photos, and they just have a larger display of colors, like from bright to light, dark.
Gotcha.
I don't know how that really applies to video games, but
You need the RAM doubler.
RAM doubler's the key.
RAM doubler's
That'll
key.
take care of it all.
So here, I misspoke. Here's the
Uh-oh.
bullet points that will help clear things up.
Your sources are now reporting this.
A PlayStation 4 Pro owner who has a 4K TV that supports high dynamic range will see new Pro supporting PS4 games display at 4K resolution and sport a wider range of colors that allow extremes of light and dark to be better displayed at the same time.
So you just lied to us. It's like you just told us you have a secret plan to defeat ISIS, but you really don't.
I whispered the part that said none of us have 4K TVs.
Gotcha. Okay, that's the key.
A Pro owner who merely
Except
has
Jared.
a current standard 1080p TV may also see marginal improvements to games that are programmed to use the more powerful console's power for non-4K HDR effects. The
not
thing is-
AF, not as fuck. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, it's not going to be like actual 4K gaming though, because even on a high-end gaming PC right now, you can't do like the games.
It's
are
not
in
powerful
4K.
enough, right?
It'll
Right.
output a 4K resolution, but
Right.
the actual rendering isn't. It's probably going to be upscale or something.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not like yes,
Because I have my PS4 is hooked up to my 4K computer monitor upstairs. That's where I play, and
And
so,
it's like you see the future when you play it. that
But
way.
1080p stuff is fine on it. Honestly,
It's fine.
it looks fine. I'm not buying it. I'm not a pro though.
He's not buying it. He's actually not buying it, and he's not buying it like he doesn't believe it.
I mean, it's fine, I guess, if you need to. I think the whole point of this current gen of consoles is sort of extend the life as long as possible, right?
Yeah.
So
It's just it's a weird thing to do for Sony, who's already so far in the lead.
Yeah.
I mean, they have 2 times the number of consoles sold
Sure.
than Microsoft. So it's like,
it's weird, except that they make 4K TVs and they would love to sell you some of those.
but they also make 4K Blu-ray players,
And
Which
then
they're
they-
not supporting.
which it's
which
not
that is
supporting.
the strange
It
one, is
makes
that
no
it doesn't
sense.
support 4K.
And it's not like
Blu-ray
they can say, "Oh, just kidding, just kidding." I mean, they're locked in. The hardware is locked in.
in production, probably.
And that's maybe this is the one good thing about Microsoft's kind of hedging their bets, their cagey announcement of their new system is that it's not coming till next year. So
Right.
They can sort of react now.
Yeah.
Oh, for their
The
new one.
The
The
Neo
4K
or whatever.
Blu-ray
yeah.
not being included, just that seems like a huge oversight. Like,
Well,
how did that?
it-
Like, they couldn't do it at the price point. They
Maybe-
just said, "Nah."
But the Xbox One S does have a 4K Blu-ray player in it.
Interesting.
So it makes even less sense when
Yeah,
you
so-
look at that.
So are you talking a little bit about the critical response to?
I mean, we can.
I mean, it was muted at best, and
no,
it was
not muted at best.
confounded.
Yeah, everyone was saying the same things that we're saying here. It's like you're in the lead. You have this new one coming out later next year, and they didn't even. This wasn't like it would have made sense to me if it was like. Remember when the Kinect came out and they updated the PS3 the 360 at the time to like. So it could like get there was a jack basically.
There
on
was
the
a
back
direct
of it.
port for it. Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, maybe that's the real reason here. When VR comes out, because that comes out in October. It comes out in a month.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
There was no. I mean, maybe it does, and I just didn't talk about it. But like, none of this made any sense. Doing a slim makes sense because I'm sure they can produce it for cheaper.
Cheaper,
now,
exactly.
right? Totally makes sense. They don't need to have an announcement for that. And also, that one leaked. Like I don't know if you saw the
Yeah,
story.
like
but
people have been like everyone in the world is playing it. They're unboxing it. They're playing it.
But there was there's literally no. I mean, I guess okay. If you have a 4K TV, there's a vague reason to get this.
Yeah.
But when the Neo, whatever, when the next one comes out next year, that's not the Neo, the new PlayStation 4. I guess that is the Neo, right?
No, Neo's
the Xbox.
Neo's the Xbox.
Whatever. I feel like
I think I was dismissive. He got it wrong. And he goes, whatever. You're like my daughter when I'm telling her to go out and do something in soccer. And then, whatever, Dad.
I don't know. Everyone just knows there's another one on the horizon.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess ultimately, if Sony wants to have one at the $400 level always and one at the $300 level always, and they just update them every year, that's fine. But like, say
Sounds
that.
like Apple.
Right. Yes. Just say that. Like every year we plan on, or every whatever cycle, we just, we want the premium one, pro one to be at this level, and we'll keep introducing new features, and we want the basic bitch level one at this level.
The problem is that you totally piss off developers, which I've read in a number of places where they're still sort of confused in terms of how they are going to support this PlayStation 4 that
They're not, I mean,
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, how do you do that? I mean, it's different when you're dealing with the system like this versus, supporting a 99-cent app.
right.
I don't know. I don't know how they. I mean, it's a money
everything-
grab, but it's not necessarily going to be a. The idea with the video game systems, home systems, was it's easy. You have it. You can buy the same games,
Well, I mean, that
and it's
doesn't
the
mean,
same thing.
But at the consumer level, for all we know, it is easy. Like, you have a PlayStation 4. No matter which one you have, it will play all PlayStation 4 games.
But developers
right?
still have to make games that work on both of those, which I've heard is not easy.
Well, that's what some people are saying, but then other people are saying that this is built into the development,
The infrastructure of
environment
it.
that Sony's released.
How much different is this model than the PC game model, where you have a whole swath of different gaming rigs that you need to be able to support?
Right.
And you build in all these settings, like, you can go super ultra if you have a high-end rig, or you can dumb it down.
Right.
You set it, Jared, and then what?
You forget it.
Right.
Now, I
And
know,
then you
I know,
slap it, and then you snap it.
I know dialing in the exact best performance in your games is not something the home consumer probably wants to do, so that's weird.
They
but
don't have to, right? Because it's like, it's
It
still
should
like
just be
you-
automatic.
And I imagine it will be, right? It's like,
yeah, it'd be sort of thing like it just knows what it's on and it goes, okay, I'm gonna play it at this level.
yeah.
I think this is how we should end this story.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
To be determined. Next story.
We're all buying them.
We're
though.
all buying it.
I mean, you have to for us to really understand.
not
I
Okay.
think it really depends on our Patreon support.
Yes. And I'm not getting VR right away. I'm not doing any of that jazz. I'm working on games that I haven't played I've had for a year and haven't played.
I have zero interest in VR.
We got a new WoW expansion to play, guys. Like,
Do
come
we?
on.
Cuter pandas with samurai swords?
Demons.
Demon samurais. Cute demon samurais. In the shape of pandas.
All right, so let's just get the other one out of the way
Let's
here.
kick this one to the curb.
The Scope World of Warcraft update.
You're a little late, Jared.
It's okay, Adam. We still like you. Sort of.
Wow, that's slow burn right there. I toasted you, bitch.
Hurts.
Toasted you.
I did
got a
my
snack in
my
right now.
best.
Roasted broad beans, garlic and onion.
They're for ladies. They're broad beans.
Mm. Oh,
You get it?
Do
I get it.
the
Okay.
ladies on Broad City eat them?
Yes,
of course.
exclusively. Let's talk. So the other big tech story this week was
Yes.
about one word: courage.
Courage.
It is courage. It's all courage.
Man, that was like I'm really surprised like that they didn't. Okay, so anyway, this is Apple introducing the iPhone 7.
Nice.
which
Have you
heard of
doesn't
it? Have you heard of this?
Doesn't have a headphone jack, and people are way
you heard of
angrier
this one,
about it
Kathy
than,
Lee?
than they should be. But it seems crazy to me. So Tim Cook, thank you.
Tim Meadows from
Tim-
Saturday Night Live. Is that who you're thinking
brought-
of? Like, why are you thinking of him?
He's a ladies' man.
They brought the ladies' man on.
introduced the new
Cavassier.
iPhone.
They're like, all right, if we distract everyone enough, they won't notice.
There'll be a big what the F moment, and then we run for the doors.
I can't believe that they wrote this, speech, and then he used the word courage
Yeah.
to describe not including. It's just like say, hey, you know what? We've removed stuff in the past. It's an old
Yeah.
technology. We think that we can do better. Like, just why
Yeah.
like get?
We like the new space we're getting.
What word
even,
did he use?
Even that makes me angry.
He said it takes courage.
He just takes courage. Whoa. There. You get creepy ghost cruise.
It just it rings hollow. It's just
Yeah.
like, why would you say that?
What did he say?
He said it takes courage. It's a French word.
I don't get it, guys. Anyway,
You don't get what? The cruise laughs?
no,
No, courage.
yeah. I'm just days later. I'm still confounded. So anyway, like I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Every step has been a life-changing moment for me.
That's what it is.
It includes the an adapter. They'll sell them for $9.
No, again, it's not like anything else.
It isn't. It's one less. One thing less.
I don't know. Are you guys angry about lack of a headphone jack?
So I will tell you this. I use the charging capability of my phone and a headphone jack at the same time.
Full stop. You charge your phone?
I know. It's crazy. Slow down. Actually, what I do is I get a phone, I use it once, and I throw it in the garbage once it dies.
No, I hear it. I want you
but
to keep going.
at work, I use it all the time.
Why are you charging at the same time?
Because sometimes, like, for example, if you go play Pokemon, for instance,
Yeah.
and you go out for a walk and it takes half of your battery or 3/4 of your battery, I need it because
It's just done.
it's done. So I do it.
Okay. So you'll get the splitter. Then.
Do
Once you
I do
both.
what I do when I do it. I would probably get a splitter. Now, that being said, my phone is 2 years old, and we can talk about that.
How come you don't have just? We'll talk about the AirPods in a second, but like, how come you don't have Bluetooth?
Because I love my headphones that I have. I spent a lot of money on some big Sony cans.
you can hook anything up to
Spit it out.
a Bluetooth receiver.
So if I buy a Bluetooth receiver, I can use those in that?
Yeah, you just plug it into the end of it.
Okay, maybe I'll do that.
I mean, you're gonna look stupid because you're gonna have a wire
Yeah.
hanging down with a that's just connected.
I
to
really
a
So like
little
when you're
dongle.
sitting at your desk, you can just have a Bluetooth receiver for your headphones?
Same
Really?
thing that you would plug into your car.
Doesn't but don't you have to charge that too?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I
So literally, I've got an entire box of cords sitting on my desk.
That reminds me of I saw a photo on Reddit the other day, and
I
it was
saw
like,
that.
I'm ready for the iPhone 7,
Yeah.
and it's just this string of adapters
Yeah.
cobbled together. There's like coax cable and VGA and like printer stuff.
Here's the
Crazy.
thing. Better battery performance on this new phone. And especially, just the larger size phone has a bigger battery. Even the last version did. So it's, maybe that battery problem would not be that big of a deal. But to me, it does sort of seem like Apple's sort of pushing their Bluetooth wireless technology, and maybe people will get to buy it, even if it's a old, outdated technology. Sure. I mean, it's still going to exist in the world. It's not going away. But then again, Apple has had influence on other technologies that everyone thought were going to be around for a while, and they stopped doing it. And everybody, and Apple wasn't the first to drop the jack, by the way. So it's not. It's
kind
bigger.
of, but like, so if you look at like the original, the first few generations of Android phones, none of them had headphone jacks on them. You'd have to get a dumb like micro USB to.
Well, didn't just recently, like, was it Samsung or whatever, or some high-end cell phone maker? They did not include headphone jacks in their phones.
I don't know. It wasn't
Apple.
Samsung.
Apple was not the first to do it. Is
Sure.
all I'm saying. So,
Sure.
but still, I mean, if you are the company that has sold 1 billion iPhones,
Mm-hmm.
and you're pulling this out. Expect to get some backlash. I mean,
Sure.
It's been the kickback on this has been brewing for months.
I mean,
We
it's
knew
not
it was coming.
surprising. So,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they were like leaking parts of it too, because it's like you don't want to
Soften the blow.
Yeah.
surprise.
yeah.
But
And also,
I-
let's
don't
not
buy
forget
one, I
that
guess.
Apple owns Beats, a headphone company.
right. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely tell people that are legitimately angry about this to not
Yeah.
buy one, because it's just gonna it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah, it's not a showstopper for me. But that being said, the question you should ask me is, Shane, this month is the last month of my 2-year contract for my iPhone. Am I buying a new iPhone?
Okay. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Is
Ever?
the headphone jack the straw that broke that camel?
It tied into it, but the reality is that the rumor is that the 10th anniversary of the Apple phone is going to be substantially different.
Right. But it's next year.
And I don't
7S or
and,
whatever. it's
And I
gonna be called.
really pushed and played with the idea of, okay, maybe I get on this Apple
Yeah.
trade-in plan, but the thing is that then I go an entire year where I lose the entire value of that phone
Right.
because and that's and it's to get the phone that I want. It's $40-something a month. So 40-something, 40 times 12, you crunch the numbers. That's a lot of money
Right.
for a phone.
We
that
can't know how much it actually
Yeah.
is, but it's a lot.
It is. I don't know. I don't think we can ever figure it
Impossible
out.
to know. The simple mathematics are very difficult.
So I will tell you, over the last 3 cell phones that I've purchased through Apple or from Apple, I've been 2 years to the date. Boom, boom, boom. 2-year cycle. And for me to not do this, and for Carrie to not do this, Carrie's my wife. For people that are new to the show, it's a surprise.
Sure.
So,
but it's also the trend.
it is the trend.
Upgrade cycles have stretched out to an average of 30 months now. Not just because of, what people are announcing. It's just that there's not enough change.
Yeah,
It's a mature market,
market, Adam. Mature market.
So I'm with you. I actually, when I got my iPhone 6, I actually got on the AT&T Next 18 plan with the anticipation that come this month, I would be ready for a new phone. And I'm with you. I'm not as compelled by this 7. It's not as big of an upgrade as I care, as I would like. And I'm kind of content to wait for the next generation to see what they do.
I feel like probably the next big thing that will happen with the Apple iPhone,
Thinner.
then it will be thin as a piece of paper. No, that they will have wireless charging in the same sense as the Apple phone.
By the
Or
way,
the
no-
watch rather. I mean, they will have some sort of magnetic connector.
Note to Tim Cook, it's thin enough. It's okay.
Yeah,
We're okay.
Nuh-uh.
If anything that to sacrifice battery life, don't
Yeah.
do it.
Nuh-uh. Thinner.
So yeah,
All right.
it's,
We're going 2D, guys. We're going 2D.
I'm sort of
2D iPhone.
I'm sort of disappointed that it was something I didn't get. But as I told
Yeah.
Jared too, like we are saving $75 a month starting next month. Like our cell phone bills are going to be normal size bills now. So
Yeah.
doing
and if
that,
you're like me, you can expense that.
I can't.
Oh.
Doing that for a year is pretty exciting, actually.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I
mean,
I was
I'll
bummed.
have to pay off my phone because it's actually 18, but it's really 24 payments. So because they want you to turn your phone in at the end,
Yeah.
AT&T, and I think so in like 6 months I'll have paid this off. I'll have 6 months of no phone payment, and then I think I'll probably get on the Apple plan.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you, Adam. When I got up
Thank you.
on
I appreciate that.
I got up on Thursday morning because the last couple years, our last 2 phones, I got up at 2 a.m. to get my pre-order in. And I went to Apple's site just to see if the phone was available, and it already was pushed out to 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it took me about a day to get over it. And I still think about it like, maybe.
You're gonna
but
see those 7s. You're gonna see those jet blacks
Yeah.
with nothing but scuffs on
I don't
them.
want
and
the
you're
jet
gonna
black.
Be really
I just
upset.
want the black that kills all color, the metal black. But yeah, I think I could be okay with it. And like my phone for a 6, it doesn't feel like it's slow to me. It feels like
No.
a very good phone still.
Just sitting over here looks slow to me.
Yeah, very slow.
It's not moving at all, Shade.
So yeah,
Are you
I
sure
mean,
your phone's
Yeah.
not dead?
It's easy for me. Like I'm on the S cycle anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I wasn't gonna get this regardless. So whatever.
So 1 year from now, the 3 of us.
We'll all be on the
Upgrade.
same cycle, perhaps.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? What would basically be like the new tech blog?
Now the big question will be: does anyone going from normal size to plus size?
I probably would have been doing that.
See,
That's
remember
kinda
when
what
I
I'm
was
thinking, too.
I was talking about it, and you were like, "You're crazy.
Yeah, now I'm back
You're
on
an
it.
insane person for wanting to do this."
Well, I got used to this, and now I'm like, I could do it again. But let's say the new 8 has like the dual camera display, and you sort of have this technology.
Not the Plus, just the
just
base
a standard.
level?
Then I might consider it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Apple's definitely trying to differentiate between those two because they can get more money on the other ones. So,
But that extra camera focal length is a compelling enough
It's kinda
feature
neat.
to upgrade. As someone who uses cameras, I understood everything he was saying, and now if they could like extrapolate between them and give you like a little zoom effect, that'd be kind of nice too.
wet his
but
pants over it.
Whoa.
Maybe next time, Jared.
Whoa.
Maybe.
So
We're running long. Do we got
Adam-
one more story, or
Adam,
are we
do you
gonna cut
have-
it off?
Sure. Can we just do one more story? Is there one solid story in here you've got to talk about? Are we talking politics? Or are we talking?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off
Yo, Mama?
soundtrack arrives after 30 years.
Carrie announced that to me the other day. Surprisingly shocked that they've never had a soundtrack. Will the Beatles song "Twist and Shout" be on it?
No.
They did not get rights.
Here,
for that?
I'll give you the entire rundown.
It will be once I
Love
rip it
Missile-
and build my own playlist.
That's right.
I don't know. You printed it.
Love Missile F111 Ultra Violence Mix.
Okay.
Oh hello. No, sorry. Oh yeah.
By Yellow.
Are you stroking over there? What's
I'm,
going on?
Yeah.
I'm always stroking.
That's the sound that they go.
Oh, is that song? You mean the Twins
Yeah.
song?
And they go. Oh, Jared and I are recreating it for you. Jared and me, Pentatonic, Part 2.
That Big Audio Dynamite song. Please, please, please let me get what I want. Everyone's. So, what's your favorite? What's your favorite song from that movie?
I don't know if I have a favorite song from it.
Okay, well, it's Dankeschön, so that's going to be on there. Don't worry
Okay.
about that.
Sorry, I totally missed that one.
Radio People, I'm Afraid, The Edge of Forever. Unfortunately, the movie's most famous music-related scene, well, I mean, part of it, because Dankeschön's the other part
Yep.
of it, the mass sing-along to the Beatles' Twist and Shout is represented here solely in its marching band version. Bullshit.
Beatles must have wanted a lot of money for that song to be in there. Okay.
That's it.
That's
Whatever.
it?
I don't know. Brendan Dacy, star of Netflix drama. Whatever it was called.
What? Way to end with a
To make
with a bang.
How to Make a Serial Killer or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Or sorry, co-star of that.
How to Make a
Netflix-
Murder?
How to Make a Murder. Yeah.
Or Making a Murderer. That's the
There we
title.
go. Whatever. He was ordered released from prison, and now the state of Wisconsin has appealed that.
They want him in there.
Overturned conviction, and he's back in. Not back in. He never got actually released, but he's not
He's
going
not
anywhere
getting out till that
anytime-
trial's
anytime
over,
soon.
right? Oh my God,
Probably.
Jared.
I mean, unless the judge in that case rules that he can.
ODs from beer cheese soup.
It happens.
It does happen.
So there's a blight on the Wisconsin prison system.
He likes wrestling, so me and Brendan Dacy are pretty cool.
Gotcha.
I think it's Dassey.
Dassey, whatever.
Is that an East Coast thing though? Another thing?
Yeah. I said queuing up online.
Shall
What
we
a-
move on?
I'm gonna drink from the bubbler today.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
How about this, Jared? Let's
Yeah.
move on to coming soon.
At least we don't call the place you get money from a time machine. The fuck?
What is that?
That's in Wisconsin because a very common bank there is called Time. They would call it the Time Machine.
Oh my God. No. Disagree.
All right, Adam. Tell us what's coming soon. It's that time of year where new things starting to come again.
Yeah.
He just circled something. That's serious. Go ahead, Adam.
Music. I expect air horn after each one of these titles. Air music. Oh, fucks. Not titles of songs, titles of like sections. Music.
Go.
Music. Okay. Don't say it again. New albums from Against Me. Aluna George. If you guys want to talk about any of these, just say something.
No.
Anthony
Well, air hornet.
Calla, The Black Sorrows, Bobby Rush, Bruger, Die Antwoord.
The Antwoord.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it.
Kishibashi.
Well,
That's not
are you
real.
just making? You're literally just typing stuff like this. Yeah, he's right. He's right. Sorry, bad mic.
Mac Miller, Taking Back Sunday, Usher, Young Guns. Yeah, okay. I like Against Me a lot, so maybe that'll be a good album.
Yep.
But otherwise, that's pretty rough. Movies. We've got. I have not heard of Hillsong. Let Hope Rise. Snowden is coming out, and Blair Witch.
Oh,
also.
so you're the biopic
The Blair
about you
Witch is coming out. Do you think you hear this sound in the Blair Witch, Jared?
Perhaps.
You know, the buzz on this Blair Witch is good.
Yes, it is good.
Did you guys see the original Blair Witch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw it in a packed, very warm
Uptown theater.
Uptown independent movie theater, and it was one of the
Did people think it was real at the time?
people were gasping.
Yeah.
It was the most visceral reaction to a movie I've ever been a part of.
20 or whatever years later, do you still have fond memories of it, or did you think
I haven't watched it in probably 15
memories.
years.
I
liked it. I never
Yeah.
I thought it was a good movie.
and I
Actually.
enjoyed
up-
the experience
Yeah.
of seeing
Yeah.
it.
It holds up as one of the best horror, what genre you want to call that to me.
Even
found
though they did
footage.
something dumb like kick the map on the stream.
Yeah, who kicks the map in the stream, Matt? You dummy! Nobody does that. How do you kick a map into the stream? That guy, the Blair Witch, should have just said, "I want you. The rest of you leave. See you later," and then make this sound. That's actually what the Blair Witch sounds like. Just massive gas problems.
This updated Blair Witch is not sounding very
It's
good.
like, why does it sound like a Jock Jams outtake?
Home video.
Dun, 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 dun.
Home video. We've got Before I Wake, Captain America Civil War, The Conjuring 2, Yours, Mine, and Ours, The Fits, Metal Storm, The Destruction of Jared Sin.
Oh.
That's my hit of the week.
Fuck that, Jared.
Raising Cain, Popstar, Never Stop Stopping. Man, did you guys see that? Did you
Underrated
review it?
movie, from what I hear.
I want to see it.
It's not as good as I was hoping it would be.
Aw.
I liked it. It was like a nice opportunity to see those three guys like on screen
Yeah.
because I know that they are
But-
just great friends. But it was
Does it have a chance to be a cult classic later on?
No.
He
Come
kind
again.
He kind of sounded like Wendy the Slow Adult when he did that.
Okay, Jeremy Campbell.
Video
Jeremy
games.
Campbell.
So video games. We've got BioShock the Collection.
That's all of them.
That's all of them.
I played one,
The
part of
collected
2,
works
and
of
3.
BioShock.
You've already played this then, so
Yep.
you're good. You don't need to.
Don't need it.
Dead Rising and Dead Rising 2 for
No.
the new consoles.
Okay.
Dead Rising triple pack for the new consoles.
Isn't there a new one coming? No, wait, am I thinking? Which
No.
one is the Capcom?
Cobcam?
The Capcom one. Is that
That's Resident Evil, sucker.
No, that's
no,
Dead,
no.
that's Dead Rising.
Dead Rising? That's
Dead
like-
Rising. They're both. Capcom is also.
Oh, Street
Resident
Fighter.
Evil.
No,
So it's the Street Fighter one.
Yeah, it's a Street Fighter.
Resident Evil's Konami, isn't it?
No,
You not?
that's Capcom.
Is it?
I'm shaking my
Hey,
head.
can
yes.
you
He's
you
gonna look
fact
it up
check
in
that
the
podcast?
Is that Capcom with a K?
No. Let's see. We got. I don't know.
I don't know. You do know, you're
Mystery
looking at it.
Chronicle, One Way Heroics, NASCAR Heat Evolution, NHL 17,
Is
Pac-Man.
that the 17th version, or is that for 2017?
It's for Don't buy it until 2017. Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. Have you played these?
I have it, and I should.
Fuck, they're really good. So I would get Championship Edition DX first,
Okay,
and then this one if it's good.
gotcha.
Let's see. I don't know. Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness. I don't know what that is. That's an awesome name. Recore, The Witness comes to Xbox One.
There's a lot of games. Jeez.
Persona 5 gets its international, non-American release.
No game that we want to buy in that list.
It's almost like a holiday season is coming.
Yeah. That's. I don't know. There's other stuff, but I can't pronounce most of them. So that is it for the initial list of things to read.
But is it? I say no.
It's it. What is it?
Hit it or miss it. Hit of the week. Hit it or miss it. Miss of the week. Look out!
Guys, I'm doing a miss this week.
Okay.
My miss is Bridget Jones's Baby.
We had an opportunity to see that movie, Jared.
Just
didn't even try.
nonstop sighs as I'm watching that trailer last week.
Size of impatience, disgust.
Her that fake accent. I was asking Mandy. I was like, why did they just recast her at a certain point? Just like make
It's
it
easily recastable.
make it a new lady. Literally anyone.
Yeah.
I'd probably be more
British.
I've never seen one of those films, and I
Me
had no
either.
interest
I like
in
the.
seeing the
I
baby one.
kind of like the first one. The second one
you're
was
dead
a
to me.
snooze. I was sort of early on dating my wife. You know, we saw those kind of movies. It was okay. It was fine. It probably doesn't hold up, but this just doesn't seem like it needs to be made.
No. I saw this while going to see Bad Moms.
I heard
Which
that
I hear
one.
was good.
I heard that one is not good.
I heard Bad Moms was good.
I didn't. I thought it was fine. I would say
Fine.
of the bad universe of movies, which I assume this is one of, like Bad Santa, Bad Neighbors, Bad Grandpa,
They're all
Bad
together.
Company.
Bad Company. I would say this is the least funny of all of those.
Well, there you go, Jared. Least funny.
Nah, you know what? It might have been better than Bad Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising.
Oh, interesting.
Bad Neighbors 1, though, really good. Rose Byrne, I really like Rose Byrne.
scope.
She's great.
Jared,
Yeah.
take us home, baby. Take us home.
We have crested the 1 hour mark in our return to podcasting. Folks.
Takes us
Sorry.
It takes us time to figure stuff out.
We had a lot to talk about in the A block. This is the part of the show where we say how you can get a hold of us. You can email us at comments@thescopeshow.com. Call our voicemail line at 612-21-SCOPE. That is 612-217-2673. Apologies if you had submitted a comment on one of our past episodes. It's been a while, so everything's dated, and we're just sort of starting fresh here.
We're
so
starting fresh.
all those hundreds of comments they're as if they didn't happen. Sorry, folks. You're going to have to refill our inbox.
Fill it up.
Yep. You can also get a hold of us on social media. We have a Facebook page, a Twitter account, a Facebook page. Yes, it's alternate. And we have a Friendster page. Still working on that MySpace
Friendster,
profile.
yeah.
though.
What's that one?
MySpace is really hard to make.
We had a MySpace profile for a while.
What
We
about
did.
Orchid? We got one of those?
What's that?
Oh, it's like really popular in Brazil.
No.
The answer is yes. We
They got somebody lifted it out of our pockets in the favelas when we were at the Olympics. So
the favelas. Jared doing
And,
favela jokes.
we have a YouTube channel as well. All those links are at our website, thescopeshow.com, in your internet browser. What are you looking at, Adam? The Chipmunks record, one of my first records as a child.
Mine too.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Don't break it.
Don't break it. Hey, if you'd like to support the show, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, you can support us on Patreon. Just go to thescopeshow.com. And there's a link there for Patreon. It's at patreon.com/thescopeshow. And yeah.
Sounds very circular in how it works.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you're just shopping at Amazon and you want to help us out, you can go to thescopeshow.com/Amazon. Click on that affiliate link there, and a little bit comes into our pockets. Helps out, pay for our bandwidth bills, doesn't cost you anymore.
Yeah.
Shane back to you.
Helps us get our 4K video gaming systems all straightened out.
Right. You guys are going to have to do a lot of Amazon buying to help.
Let's
out there.
really start kicking into high gear, folks.
Ah.
Well, guys, it is great to be back. We got one show under our belts. We're back on the horse, Adam. So why don't we do this? Let's ponder how great of a show it was,
'Kay.
but then look forward to the future for our next show.
Adam, you taking off?
Adam is gone. He's disgusted. He's forgot something in his car, Jared.
Oh, well, I'm glad he waited for the show to be over.
So for Jared and Adam, I am Shane.
I probably should do this part.
Yes. Everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for not watching. We'll be back in 1 week with more Scope. Bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves once again at the end. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I know I have. Fear not, Scope faithful. Days shall pass as if they were but a moment, and Jared, Adam, and Shane will return with another thrilling episode. Until then, send your comments to comments@thescopeshow.com or leave a voicemail message by dialing
612-21-SCOPE. That's 612-217-2673.
Thanks for listening, faithful fans. This is Tony Partington saying sayonara. Tune in next time to another terrific edition of The Scope.